Hello and welcome everyone back to Weatherman Nick. So here we are with a new update that I've promised here, and our severe weather is starting to look a little bit more interesting as we got a slight risk. We'll take a look at that here in just a second, but let's go ahead and take a look a little bit farther back at some of our models here, and we're taking a closer look at what we could see. Unfortunately, there's going to be a chance for a few supercells, especially around these from Louisiana all the way up towards the Tennessee and Kentucky area. So that's something that we gotta watch for. But some models like NAM and ARRR are not agreeing with each other. But NAM is showing more of a linear threat, and ARRR is showing a supercell or just a few cells in front of it, and then a linear threat. So there's a bit of a confusion with it. Hopefully by tomorrow they can make up their decision. But I do have a confidence that we could see an enhanced risk be added to our severe weather risk here. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look here. As you can see, this will be around the time Saturday that we'll start kind of seeing a few cells pop up here in this area. We move a little bit here, just a few models out, and you can actually see how some of the storms decide to kind of pick up around the Mississippi area. It looks like the Louisiana area is going to kind of lose a little bit of that chance to see severe weather, but again, it's a bit hard to kind of figure out, especially with how small this is looking too. Mississippi, Alabama could be dealing with that linear threat. This is using ARRR. We're in a bit of a confusion, but after that, we could have another little bit of a line. This will be mainly heavy rain. That will develop right behind the severe weather. This will just bring heavy rain, but you can expect flooding, flash flooding. You could expect strong gusty winds up to 65, 70 miles per hour. You could expect hail, and you could expect spin up tornadoes to tornadoes. So a few tornadoes will be possible. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of deeper look and closer look at this. Alright, so here's our slight risk. This includes Texas area, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and all the way up to Kentucky. Got that marginal risk that includes Kentucky, Tennessee, Louisiana, Oklahoma parts, Texas, Alabama. Those areas there will be dealing with some severe weather as well. But this is the main area of concern. And the main area that I'm really concerned for will be parts of the Mississippi all the way up to the Kentucky area right here. So kind of just circle around here. This is where we could see that supercellular activity possibly. That's what ARRR is picking up on. We got almost 1,000 to 2,000 CAPE that's being in this area. We'll have to take a closer look at that tomorrow. But 2,000 and 1,000 CAPE is pretty good instability for storms to mix with. We got that upper wind shear that we do have as well. So there's going to be a lot of potential energy for tornadoes to get spun up here, but straight line damaging wind is also a threat for us as well. And so that's something we're going to continue to watch for. Go ahead and take a look at that tornado risk. We got our 5% at this time, and that includes the same area that the slight risk is in, and then we got the 2% for the rest of everybody else. Take a look at our wind risk. 15%, and our hail risk is also a 15%. It's in a localized area as well. Again, this is an area that we're going to have to continue to watch for. We do have some severe weather going on at this time as well near the Arkansas area. Fortunately, there's a cap inversion here that's keeping severe weather from impacting the eastern parts of Arkansas, but we could still see severe weather around this part of Arkansas here. This is actually where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma at this time that's going into Arkansas. So we're going to have to watch for that and just kind of watch for some hail and gusty winds with some of those cells as well. Alright, so now that we know where our risk is going to be at, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a closer look at the NAM K3 or KM that we got to kind of take a look here. As you can see, during the overnight hours, we can see a few showers develop. That's going to be our morning convection around the Mississippi and Alabama area. This could render severe weather, and this could increase severe weather. Depends on how the CAPE and everything interacts with the wet weather here. But this will continue to move through. You can also see this line of storms that's affecting the Oklahoma and Arkansas area. That's something we're going to have to continue to watch for. But as we get through the overnight hours or getting into Saturday, this is going to be Saturday. I got it all wrong here. So this is Saturday here. Sorry for the confusion. That we'll see a few morning showers develop. And you can see a few of these storms here on Saturday that will pick up in severity just a little bit. Could deal with some supercellular stuff. And down here towards Mississippi and Alabama, those cells start to kind of get a little bit discrete, and that's where we could see something here as well. Something that we're going to continue to watch for as the time goes on. Tennessee and Mississippi's all included with that. And then this line of storms does continue to develop. We may have a little bit more activity going on as well, but as soon as this line of storms move out, we'll get a little bit of more rain come in, and then that will be it for the rain showers within this area. Let's go ahead and kind of take a look at our surface-based CAPE. As you can see, it kind of picks up, get about 1,000 CAPE, almost 1,200 CAPE around the North Alabama region. Go down south towards the middle of Dixie Alley or heart of Dixie Alley. We got 1,000 CAPE. That's going to go all the way down here towards Louisiana. We got that 2,000 CAPE in place. So a lot of energy with it. Go ahead and kind of take a look at our mean layer CAPE here. Still 2,000 in some areas. Down here, 1,000 to 2,000. We got some areas still staying at 1,000 over here towards the Alabama area, and 200 to 500 over here as well. Go ahead and take a look at our most unstable CAPE plus shear. And it's going to be a gusty one out there. So some areas could expect non-thunderstorm wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour, even maybe 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be a gusty one even if we don't deal with severe weather in that way. But again, 2,000 CAPE can be expected. It's mainly down here in the Louisiana, Mississippi area. Supercell composites picking up on a lot too. This is mainly just kind of showing what we could see. Significant tornado parameter is also picking up on a lot of that. Helicity swaths also doing the same. Just all looking very interesting. Excuse me. To watch for here as the weather event goes on. Go ahead and kind of take a look at our surface here. As you can see, before the system moves through, you'll have 50s behind it, and you'll have 70s and 60s in front of it. And as the system moves through, right here is where it is, and as you can see, it starts dropping temperatures 30, 40 degrees to 50 degrees, and it starts moving through, dropping from 60 all the way to 40, and that will be kind of overnight lows for Saturday going into Sunday and Monday. But that's a pretty defined frontal system right there. You can put that in a textbook there, and you can see that good frontal system there. Wind gusts, like I said, a few of us could be dealing with 30 mile per hour wind gusts. This is kind of deriferating on where we can. Tennessee could see almost 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So if you're in Tennessee, be sure to bring in some of those Christmas decorations. Our humidity is going to be there, especially as the rain showers move through. Dew point temp about 60, 50 degrees, almost 70 degrees here. Take a look at our Theta E, and you can see that cold front very clearly, especially with the Theta E. Just a very pretty model with that too. And you can actually see how as the system kind of moves through, it drags in some of that Gulf air, but it moves through quickly and swats it out before it gets there. But brings in some of that air down here. This is where we could have our day 3 severe weather, which is going to be a marginal risk. So let's go ahead and take a look at that as well. Alright, so here's our marginal risk here. That includes just the very southeastern part of Alabama. You got the Florida bend here that will deal with that marginal risk. And Georgia areas will also have it all the way up to the Virginias here, where we do have that marginal risk, and that's where we could deal with some of that severe weather. Excuse me, we might deal with a slight risk maybe being added, but the energy is going to be fairly low as it gets over there. But we will have a very strong wind system here that will take place. So we're going to continue to monitor for these areas, but I want y'all guys to stay prepared and have a weather plan ready and set up, and I'll keep you guys updated in the next coming days with the severe weather here. Tomorrow we will possibly go live as the system moves through, so stay tuned to that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your Friday night.